Hey, and welcome to Girl Be Free, a podcast designed to help women get unstuck and cultivate the life you want on your terms. I'm Siobhan, your host, and I'm passionate about empowering women to live their best life. Each week, you'll hear pep talks that will inspire and push you to take action so you too can start to be free and live the life you want. You can learn more about me at BeFreeProject.com. Now let's jump into the show. This episode of the Girl Be Free podcast is being sponsored by the Be Free Inner Circle, an exclusive online community where positive, like-minded women gather, connect, support, and learn how to cultivate the life they deserve. The Be Free Inner Circle membership includes live monthly group coaching calls and office hours, masterclasses and workshops that will cover topics such as consistency and discipline, self-care, and creating a vision for your life, just to name a few. A resource library where you can print out articles, worksheets, and workbooks. A book club so that we have a space to discuss some of our favorite books. And the most important part is accountability and community support from women who are on the same wavelength as you and that are on a similar path who wants to be free. And a bonus feature, every member of the Be Free Inner Circle will have access to my live in-person monthly Be Free meetups where you'll be able to view live stream right from your computer screen. So I know you're excited and you want to be a part of the Be Free Inner Circle. So don't worry, I got you covered. Just go to BeFreeInnerCircle.com to learn more and sign up today. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Girl Be Free podcast. I'm your host, Siobhan, where I'm going to inspire and motivate you to show up for yourself. This week, I am loving the quote by Brianna Wiest, and it says, "You have to become the kind of person who deserves the life you want," end quote. And I read this quote for the first time last week, and I was like, you are speaking to me. And so much so that I decided to do my live coaching call in the Be Free Inner Circle all around the topic of what do you deserve? And in a nutshell, this quote is basically saying you have to do the work to live the life that you want or the life that you just feel like you deserve. And more often than not, people do not want to do the work. So I'm not talking to that person, but I'm talking to the woman who is ready to change her life. So I shared some really great tips on our coaching call in the Be Free Inner Circle. But one thing that I do want to share on the Girl Be Free podcast is that what I told the ladies in my membership site is that think about your future self. What does she look like? Who is she spending time with? How much money is she making? What is she doing in her free time, right? Who is she? What type of life does she live? And when you get crystal clear on your future self, you have to work backwards and be in the present and do the work now to become her. So I want to challenge you, all my Girl Be Free listeners, to think about that person you want to become and figure out how to do the work to be her. It's not just going to happen. You really have to do the work that I talk about every week on this podcast. And if you need help with figuring that out, come hang out with us in the Be Free Inner Circle. You'll be able to catch the replay to that conference call that we had last week, as well as so many other resources and community support. But I want every single person connected to Be Free Project and Girl Be Free to live the life that you deserve to live. And in order to get that or experience that in your lifetime, you're going to have to show up for yourself like no other. All right. Today's topic is just do it. So just like the Nike slogan, just do it. And a few weeks ago, I was flying to New Orleans from Ohio. And I was sitting next to a middle-aged man who had just spent time in Cleveland with his family, visiting his family. And he was headed back home to Texas. And we had such a great conversation. And normally I don't talk much on planes. Like I kind of put on my earbuds and just kind of be in my own little world. But we started talking and we were on the plane, what, for like a good 2 hours, chatting it up, right? And as we talked about life, he shared how he was really excited to get back home to the warm weather in Dallas and just to be back into his own space. He also shared with me how he had lost his wife a few months ago to cancer, and that it was really hard watching her pass away. He said that she found out in November, and in February she passed away. And I told him, I'm sorry to hear about your wife. And he was like, no, no, it's okay. He was like, but the hardest part about that was watching her die. And he also said that even though, he's sad that she is gone, obviously they were married for a very long time and he misses her. He said, but he's now able to look at life through a new perspective, and he is so focused on living life now. And keep in mind, I said he's in his mid 60s, right? And so as we're talking, he was sharing how, all of his you know, about while being married that, he worked really hard for his family and provided and did all of that and never really traveled as much as he wanted to do, or did some things that, he really wanted because his time was very consumed with, raising a family and being a spouse. And he said now he is getting the opportunity to really live. And that just resonated with me because I'm so focused on living now. Like, I don't want to wait until something happens or I bust my butt, with working so long for a very long time and I'm missing out on what's happening in life right now and being present. He also shared with me that um, he has a friend that has cancer and that he was, having a conversation with his friend about some things. And his friend was like, just do it. Like, whatever it is that you want to do, like, just do it now. Like, there's no reason to wait for this perfect moment or this perfect opportunity. If you want to travel, if you want to experience new things, like, now is the time. And so I was talking to him about Be Free Project, of course, and all the things that I do. And, I was excited about traveling to New Orleans and all this jazz. And he was like, you know what? I can tell that you're really impacting lives and I can see that you're really passionate about what you're doing. And he also said to me, he wanted to give the same advice that his friend had given him, to just do it. Like, whatever it is, just go for it. And honestly, I say that all the time to like my community and to the Girl Be Free listeners, but sometimes I need to hear it myself because I get so caught up in the routine of things that I also need reminders to just go for it. And as long as, I have breath in my body, as long as I'm able to move and, do all these amazing things, like I just got to do it, y'all. Like, with every ounce of my soul, like, not to make excuses and, not to try to wait for the perfect moment or the perfect opportunity or wait for somebody else to see me in order to give me permission to do what I want to do. Like, I got to do it now. And not just me, but you too, right? There's so many women that I talk to, and you're waiting for the kids to get older. You're waiting for, to get that promotion at your job. You're waiting for the perfect moment and all the stars to be aligned. And you just got to go for it. Like, if whatever that thing is that's in your heart that you desire to do, that you deserve, right? So going back to the quote that I just shared, whatever you feel that you deserve in life, Like, you just got to do it and go after it now. And so the guy, as we were, talking, he was like, now he's taking his friend's advice and he's traveling all over to the country to places that he's always dreamed of going. He said he worked hard. He, built up this retirement fund. He's not working now. He's retired, right? So he has a lot of, free time in his schedule to travel and visit his children. And he's just making sure that he's living life, and he's not letting anything stop him. And I want that for you as well, right? I want you to just do it. I want you to just go for it. Whatever it is that you are, again, you feel that you're deserving of, like, why not, right? And so our conversation, like I said, it filled me up so much because I feel like God puts people in places just at the right time to tell you exactly what you need in that very moment. And I absolutely needed that reminder, especially hearing it from someone who was basically twice my age, and he was sharing his story and his life experiences, and now feeling like nothing is going to hold him back from doing the things that he's always wanted to do. And so I felt empowered, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to make sure that I take some big steps in my life. And I've done a great job. I have. I'm not going to act like I haven't done a lot of things, but I can push myself even further. And so one of the things that I decided to do for 2018 is that, I decided to have my last Be Free meetup of 2018 in October, on October 26th. I had them scheduled throughout the remainder of the year, but as I was reflecting and thinking, I said, you know what, Siobhan, I've held almost 20 events this year, from my own Be Free meetups, doing one out of the city, hosting events at salons, speaking at events. Like, I've busted my butt this year and I've been showing up in a really big way. And in order to prepare for 2019, it's going to take some time for me to kind of reflect and look at how 2018 went and what I can do better for the next year. So that's one of the things and it was scary to do that, to cancel the events, because obviously that's how I get paid. But it's for the best, right? Because I have some big things that I'm already excited about sharing for 2019 that I know y'all gonna be like, what, Siobhan? So just stay tuned for that. So as I think about this for you, whoever is listening, I want to remind you right now that life can be a lot. It's going to always be busy. It's never going to be perfect for you, but you deserve to be free and live your best life. You deserve to take a chance on yourself. You cannot allow fear to consume you. You cannot allow overthinking and anxiety and stress and woulda, shoulda, coulda, like none of that. Like, I want to give you permission to just do it and go after your dreams, your goals, the life that you feel like you deserve to live. Like, just do it and go for it. And I want you to keep in your mind, you know, think about what's holding you back and what's the worst that can happen if you do, right? If you do go after that thing, what's the worst thing that can happen? And what's the best thing that can happen, right? And if you need more clarity in figuring out what you want and how to show up for yourself, and you need to feel empowered and you need to figure out, okay, what should I be doing? Please, please, please order the Free Your Mind journal, because it is a self-guided journal that will help you figure out your life. It will help you do the work. You don't have to think about what to journal about. The prompts, and there's 40 of them, plus additional writing exercises that's going to help you and guide you through to help you figure out, how do you just do it, right? How do you live the life that you deserve? Because you first got to figure out what that even looks like. So with every breath in your body, I want you to give it your best every single day, because being stuck is costing you. It's costing you peace of mind. It's costing you your time that you can never get back. It's costing you your happiness. So now now that we're in October, you have 3 months left of 2018. Whatever goal that you've been putting off, I want you to choose one thing, and I want you to give it your all to the remainder of the year. And if you need accountability, if you need resources, you need coaching, join us in the Be Free Inner Circle, because you're going to get all of that and much more. And that website is befreeinnercircle.com. Your action step for this week is to get out of your head. Okay? Whatever it is that you want to do. If it's lose weight, write the book, go to therapy, update your resume, forgive somebody who has hurt you, write down that thing and go for it, do it, and get it done. And then I want you to share with me on the Girl Be Free Instagram page, and you'll find that link in the show notes, as well as a link to the Be Free Inner Circle and the Free Your Mind Journal. And I want you to share with me, what are you going to work on for the remainder of the year? Because you've wasted enough time this year living in the past, not letting things go, letting other people dictate on what and how you should be doing things. You deserve to live your best life, and you deserve to live it now. All right, now we're on to one of my favorite segments of the podcast, which is called Dope Women Doing Dope Things. And this week I am highlighting Dashika Street. She is the founder of the official Babe magazine. And this is a magazine specifically for women entrepreneurs to learn how to build and maintain sustainable operations. And the magazine provides tools and access to resources and just sharing other entrepreneur experiences specifically for Black women. So I'm going to drop the link to her online magazine in the show notes. Make sure you subscribe. I know she sends out newsletters, and she has a tribe, all of that jazz. I am a contributor for the magazine, and I actually share books that you should be looking at and checking out. So this is a great woman doing great things. I know her personally, and you definitely want to check out what she has going on. And again, the name of her online magazine is called Official Babe Mag. The website is officialbabemag.com, and it is an amazing online magazine specifically for Black women entrepreneurs. All right, my next favorite segment that I'm adding to the podcast is that I want to start sharing the reviews that you guys are leaving on Apple Podcasts. I don't take it lightly that you take time to share your thoughts on the episode, so I totally appreciate that. So I'm going to start shouting out someone every week. And so if you have not yet, go ahead and leave a review leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and share what you love about the Girl Be Free podcast. So this week I'm highlighting Nikki Cleveland, and the title of her review is It's What You Need. She says, the Girl Be Free podcast is so powerful and encouraging. Every episode I listen to is right on time, speaking to my situation. Thank you, Siobhan, for being and walking in purpose. Because of it, you are helping, blessing, and empowering others. I wish you continued success. Y'all, that is so sweet. Thank you so much, Nikki. I totally appreciate that. Again, I'm going to keep shouting out the reviews because I appreciate it, and I want you guys to hear what other women are sharing about the podcast. So thank you so much for that. All right, next up is I want to let you know about the last Be Free meetup of 2018. Will be on Friday, October 26th at 6 p.m. Come hang out with us. It's going to be a blast. I know with it being the last one of 2018, we're going to sell out. What you can expect is networking and having interactive conversations with positive, like-minded women. I will have a special little gift for you. And then also you'll have light refreshments. So grab your ticket today. The link will be in the show notes. I don't care where you're at, what city, what state, what country, come out and hang out with me. And then one other thing that I want to let you know is that I don't know, many of you may know I did a challenge called the Show Up For You Challenge. And that challenge has been so popular on my website that we're going to be doing it again next month in October, but it's going to be live. So next week on the Girl Be Free podcast, I'll be sharing the link for you to register and sign up for that live 4-week challenge, that 4-day challenge. And I'll give more details next week, so you definitely want to stay tuned. But we're going to be doing that challenge live in October. So make sure you listen next week for that. So that's all I have for you this week. As always, thank you so much for tuning in to the Girl Be Free podcast. Please continue to share it on your social media networks. Text it to your friends, especially if you are enjoying it. And don't forget to leave a review, and you might get a shout out on the podcast. So until next time, girl, be free. Thank you so much for listening. Your support means the world to me. Don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss an episode. And if you're feeling really fancy, go ahead and leave a review. Until next time, be free and live.